Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we'll be going through another tower defense map. And for this tower defense map, it will be more interesting because you are able to create and play your deck. So yes, this is the Umbabwe's tower defense map and it's the 2-player one. You can also find the 4-player Umbabwe tower defense map under the community maps. Yeah, so before we start, I want to give a brief outline of the map. You cannot use the card Stone of Torment, and also you get to have 6 different monuments. So the first way to get your first monument, of course. Yeah, so there's really a steep waiting time between the 3rd and the 4th orb. So yes, this is my deck, and I wasn't planning to play any units for this because it's the tower defense map, right? Yeah, so I only have some buildings and spells to aid me with this perfect run. Yes, this run I will not be losing any of my 3 lives. Okay, let's start this tower defense map, and of course be prepared to play for an hour. It's quite a long game. Yeah, so to choose your orb, you have to select this unit, the Lost Wanderer, and move to any of these colored areas which would determine the element of your monument. Because I chose Frost for my defense, is always the best for defenses, Frost towers. And we have the defense tower. Yes, the bad thing about defense towers is that, as mentioned in my previous tower defense map, they do not have any homing effects, so they can miss the target if they are moving too quickly. To me, I think the most difficult part of the map will be the beginning, because you have lesser power means lesser defense structures that can destroy the enemy. So I have some spells to help me with really tough targets. Right, let's just speed up those remnant units, because it's going to be a long game. We're going to play at a quicker speed, and we'll just pause it when there's something interesting that I wanted to mention. The first one, the Sunderer, is quite a fast unit, which is why I needed the Frostbite to slow it down so that my defense tower can damage it. And of course, the Frost Affinity Frostbite allows me to deal 25% more damage to Sunderer. Okay, make it 1 round, and yep, Frostbite again. 25% more damage, and yep, that will easily kill the Sunderer. Yep, just building more defense towers as you go. And of course, later when you have more power, build some construction hut. It will help you save a lot of power and build your buildings, your towers a lot more quickly. Yes, and of course, the boss stage, the Bandit Soul Hunter, using Frostbite is very helpful. I killed the Soul Hunter without even it going the entire round. Saved us some time. Yep, my construction hut is built. I built it in a very far position so that I be able to get more of the area where I get the construction bonus. Right, let's just speed up these shamans. Yeah, wave 6, I think after this wave we'll get our 2nd orb. And this is a little bit tricky to sing out the Spearman, because the Spearman, when you walk too quickly, the defense towers only manage to hit the one in the middle, which is why the front Spearman won't get hit. Yep, I get my Shadow Monument next. I have my Lost Launcher, the Fire Affinity. Because of the reach, it deals a lot of damage, and of course it attacks both the ground and the air units, which is better than Pyromaniac, the Fire Affinity one. And the good thing about this is that there is the knockback, so if it's small units, it will knock back the small units. Later on, I also built the Time Vortex because it has really high damage, and also the knockback for medium units. Pretty much the Lost Launcher can last you until tier 4, where I will build the World Breaker gun, as you'll see later. It's one of the best, or I would say the best fortress or tower in the game with the World Breaker gun. Of course, the heavy snowball ability deals tremendous damage, and you can pair it with the Sky Elf Sage, but for this I would deem using units as quite a cheat, so I just had World Breaker guns later on, as you see. For now, let's just play at a high speed and you can look at the beauty of the Lost Launchers. The other good thing about the Lost Launchers is that it has the homing effect, so you will fly to wherever the enemy units are at, and at the same time it holds very little space. Time Vortex holds like almost like 2 times more space, which means that you can squeeze a lot of these Lost Launchers tower in a small area and do a lot of damage because there's too many of them. You can even build a second row of them, second row of Lost Launchers, which is really insane. Yeah, so at this point just keep spamming those Lost Launchers, and I believe there's many different ways to win this game, so this is just one of the options, one of the strategies where you can obtain the perfect win, which is not losing any lives. You can see we are doing pretty well, and you also get to see some interesting units like this missing text. Interesting units that we don't really see in any campaign maps. Of course, we had our third orb, as we have cleared. I think it was wave 19 or is it wave 17, somewhere around there. It's quite an effortless battle. Get the Twilight Juggernaut, stand no chance against the Lost Launchers. The only reason why they are not as good is in normal games is because they are quite easily destroyed due to their low health. But for tower defense, if the units can't attack the tower, these Lost Launchers are really one of the best tier 2 towers that you can find. Versatile towers. Alright, I think we can skip right next to when we get our World Breaker guns. I'll show you where to build those really good towers, because it takes a lot of space. You can't build anywhere else, or not much area. If you haven't noticed, you can build walls. I show on the map those highlighted in white or greyish color. There are walls in the map where you can mount your small archers onto the walls. Oh yeah, the bandit lords are quite a pain. Their regenerative passive ability on the corpse. Alright, we're reaching the wave 37 soon, where we'll get our 4th orb. Alright, we got our 4th orb, and as you can see over here, you can build 2 World Breaker guns because this area is a larger area, but all these smaller terrain you can't build any World Breaker gun at all. And then another area is here, closer to the site. It has a really large area where you can build about 1, 2, 3, about 4 to 5 World Breaker guns, and here is about another 2. So once you built, you just switch it over to the heavy snowball and you work wonders with all the units that are coming out, especially the last few waves where it's pretty strong. The bosses are very strong, so you really want those World Breaker guns to do a lot of the work for you in damaging the units. And the good thing about this is that it can even damage when they spawn, so by the time when they reach the area where your towers are attacking, the 30-second cooldown is already done and you can fire it again. So that is the trick to reducing all the incoming enemies that will come. Our 5th orb is over here, but I just need a 4th orb. Alright, all these Twilight Dragons getting annihilated very easily. Oh, Joan. This is the boss, but isn't very tough because the health isn't huge and it doesn't have any damage reduction ability, I think. Oh, we have Urza. Oh, Rogan Kill. Rogan Kill isn't a threat because it's just an M unit and you have those time vortexes to knock them back, which means that they can't even go anywhere. So yep, they are basically not a threat at all. Radius Grapevine. Yep, the Twilight Infestors are a bigger threat. 18,000 health, but at the same time, yeah, they walk slower than normal units compared to the closest. Twilight Evil Eye isn't a big threat either because they walk really slow. There's really a lot of these Evil Eyes or Wolf Gazes out here. That's the end of it, and let's see what's our next wave. Wait, what? Just Tremor? No idea why Tremor is at the back. They are slow and they are not very tanky as compared to the previous waves. No idea why they are at the back of the wave. Can clear them pretty easily. Look at my Umbabwe guns, just go and destroy them. Oh, we have the 5 dragons now. Oh, but this 5 dragon is not the ordinary one. I think it's the Titans 5 dragon. Look at their health. 5 dragons don't have 4.8k health, and they have leader's immunity. Impressive, but not impressive enough. Not even 5,000 health as compared to the previous units. Alright, this is the one I'm talking about, the Red King. The health is insane. Came out of about close to 60,000 health. Yeah, so this is one of the tougher bosses at the end. And of course, the last wave. Brennard is also pretty tough because freaking 72,000 health. Which is why the Worldbreaker guns are so helpful. I think all of those heavy snowball reduce by 20,000, 30,000 health. And this is the last wave. Yep, so if you can manage to kill off these bosses at the end, then you pretty much win the game, or even at the beginning. Alright, and this is a 1 hour and 10 minutes long battle, and once you win you get to see a dancing Umbabwe. It's quite a sight. Alright, and that's it for today's video, and I hope you enjoyed the tower defense map, and please do try. I think it is a very fun map, and if you could come up with very interesting strategies, I think you make your gameplay much more exciting.